Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here by Agent's Weather Forecast. And this is going to be another video here on Major Winter Storm Odell. Now it has now been named. It is actually looking a lot bigger of a storm than most of us thought. We already have millions under winter weather advisories, and we actually have a couple under winter storm watches and winter storm warnings. So definitely something to watch out as we get closer and closer to the snowfall. It's going to be very heavy. Could definitely cause us a lot of harsh conditions with traveling, as we're going to be seeing very heavy snow, and we could possibly see up to 1 foot of snow in some of these areas. So definitely something to worry about with this major winter storm Odell here. Is going to bring snow for much of the week throughout the plains, Midwest, close to the Ohio Valley, South Central, maybe all the way up into the Northeast. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot when you guys support my channel. We are at 2,073 subscribers. So again, we're very close to 2,075. And be sure to again subscribe if you're new, and share to any friends or family that you think will help grow my channel or love my daily weather forecast. But without further ado, let's get into this winter video. So we're going to be looking at the National Weather Service, but again, we're going to be starting off with this windstorm watches. Again, we have most of this throughout just the Midwest. We do actually have it for Rockford and Aurora, Illinois, but again, fairs near Gary and even Chicago are actually just under flat-footed watches. They might even be under both. And then we have these windstorm watches in effect as well for the Lansing area. We do have it for Muskegon and out there near Detroit. And then we have the big part of the system, but we do only have winter weather advisories due to these areas really seeing this amount of snowfall on almost every week basis. Sometimes, but sometimes obviously not. But again, we're just going to be seeing a lot less snow, of course, other than this. We can be seeing up to 10 inches here, but only we can be seeing only maybe a 1 foot or more in very small areas near, like, for example, western South Dakota, but that's where we had these windstorm warnings. For the windstorm warnings, that's where we'll be seeing the heaviest amount of snowfall, possibly up to this for the whole storm, or the second most amount of snowfall out of this whole storm. Again, that's going to be very close to Rapid City. I believe actually Rapid City is actually in there, but again, I don't want to be wrong and say a city that's actually not in there, because again, I have a couple viewers in Rapid City. But again, we're going to take a look, see if actually Rapid City is, Rapid City is just outside. Okay, but again, Rapid City is just outside of it. We have winter weather advisories all the way from Kansas up into Montana, where we can be seeing a range from 2 to 5 inches of snowfall. And again, that's for much of the western Dakotas and just much of the north central plains. Now we're going to be seeing the radar here for the European. Again, we have this whole bunch of rain out here. It's actually bringing a ton of rain throughout my area right now. But again, here we have this part out here of winter storm Odell. So again, it is going to start bringing some snow out here for the plains. And then we have what we originally had in the southwest. All that moisture is going to be over here where we have the snow. As you can tell, you can see in north central Missouri, and even bring some snow for Detroit. But again, we're going to be seeing some light to moderate snow, especially out there near central South Dakota. I'm going to be seeing some very heavy snow out there near western Montana, even another very heavy band out there near northwestern Kansas, and out there near southern Nebraska. As we now move into Wednesday, as you can tell, this is definitely going to get a lot bigger, especially out there in the Midwest. Can start seeing some ice threats moving all the way out there near the western New York area. Could be seeing major ice threats for Springfield, potentially out there near St. Louis, Jefferson City, Gary, and maybe even Toledo, and seeing the snow throughout Chicago, potentially out there near Lansing, much of southwestern Michigan. And then it looks like this storm will be going to the south central and a lot more to the south than we thought. Now it can possibly get into much of Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, even possibly affect Tulsa or Oklahoma City. So you can look at the size of the system. It's going to get very big now. It's going to have multiple. Shapes. As you can tell, it's going to be like that, then possibly like that, moving to the south central. So again, it's looking very different every single 12 hours. Really going to be seeing the heaviest snow moving out there in north central Indiana, Arizona, to far southern Minnesota, Michigan, and then throughout eastern Missouri, and then central and northern Illinois. Again, could possibly see some snow moving to northwestern Arkansas, and then we could be seeing some very, very heavy snow moving to the Indianapolis area, Fort Wayne, South Bend, moving out there into Detroit, Lansing, Toledo. Again, it's going to bring very, very heavy snow. So if you guys are living in Indianapolis or Toledo, this is definitely your chance to get some good amount of snowfall. And this could even bring some snowfall possibly for my area. It could be a very close call here onto Thursday, really Thursday evening. And then we can be seeing a potential chance for blizzard conditions out here near Utica, Ithaca, Syracuse, and then moving all the way into the New Hampshire area. So again, very long-lasting system, as you guys can tell here. But now we're going to be looking at the next 6 hours. Again, we're seeing the scattered snow showers could be heavy in the border of the Dakotas and far northeastern Montana. But again, other than that, it's going to be very chill out here into the plains. And again, here we have that moisture setting off into the southeast. We'll clear up by later tomorrow. But again, as we get a bit drier, that creates a bigger chance for snowfall. So you can start seeing the snow go over out here into the Midwest, forming to northeastern Missouri, Illinois, and even Iowa. And then you're seeing the major part of the system moving to Kansas. Could bring some very heavy snow near Topeka, Kansas. Could bring some snow near North Platte. Nebraska could bring some snow possibly near Casper, Wyoming, even out there near Rapid City. And as we now get into the next 36 hours, this is definitely a lot bigger of a storm. Could bring some snow for Joplin, Missouri, Jefferson City, Kansas City, Wichita, maybe even Tulsa, Oklahoma, but not going to be too much. And then seeing that snow stretching all the way near South Bend, Detroit, Toledo. And then the next 48 hours, this storm will become possibly a lot worse for the Midwest now, and it could potentially see blizzard conditions, all depending on the winds. But again, very heavy for Indianapolis. Could possibly be your worst or heavy snowfall this whole winter. And then it actually could possibly bring some snow out here near Tennessee and Alabama. There's a chance, but again, just look at Indianapolis and areas near western Ohio. Could be seeing very heavy snow. And then again, this could possibly end up in the Appalachias. And again, looking like it's definitely going to get very strong. Could potentially become a potential bomb cyclone, as you guys can tell. Even drops 10 millibars in 6 hours, and then drops another, and then could possibly then get stronger by then. But looks like we could be seeing a very strong system getting very strong at a rapid rate. But into the next 14 hours, again, we'll start seeing a very strong band moving to the plains. Could bring blizzard conditions out here near western Kansas. Again, seeing the other light to moderate snow moving near Rapid City and eastern Montana and Wyoming. As we now get the next 24 hours here, so around this time tomorrow, I actually have a tennis game tomorrow, so I probably won't post this early, but with the next maybe 27 hours, I'll probably have a video out. So again, gonna start seeing the snow forming out here in Missouri near Jefferson City, forming near Gary, Illinois, but could be seeing very heavy snow near moving the Wichita area, also at the North Platte. And then to the next 35 hours and 36 hours, we have a huge change in this storm. Going to bring in a ton of snow moving into the Ozarks here and even the Midwest. Could bring some good amount of snowfall throughout St. Louis, much north central Missouri. Could bring in a ton of snow throughout Springfield, Rockford. Moving out here into the north central Indiana area. And then we have that second part there that would bring some snow potentially in the Ohio Valley, moving near Evansville. Very heavy snow throughout Toledo, Detroit, and Lansing. And then again, like I said, it's going to drop very fast throughout millibar-wise. But then again, it's not looking like as strong as the general GFS model showed. And now we're looking at the snowfall totals here. So again, very high. Wow, look at these snowfall totals. So again, like I said, it's definitely a lot bigger of a snowstorm than we thought. It is showing throughout much of general western South Dakota, maybe in central, up to a range of 3 to 6 inches of snowfall. But again, not far from Rapid City. There we actually could be seeing up to 12 to 14 inches of snowfall. Near North Platte could be seeing 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. And they're out there near areas near central Kansas, where we saw that very heavy snow at some point, could be seeing a foot or more. Areas near Jefferson City, 1 to 3 inches. And then far northeastern Missouri up to 6 to 10 inches of snowfall. Near the Chicago area, snowfall totals have gone up now up to 6 inches in the GFS. It is showing up to around 3 to 4 inches for Indianapolis, and near Fort Wayne we could be seeing up to 9 inches of snowfall. Near South Bend and Gary could be seeing 8 to 12 plus inches. Areas near Detroit now could be seeing 11 or 12 inches of snowfall. Could be seeing locally up to 13 inches north of Detroit. Could be seeing 7 to 11 plus inches of snowfall for Toledo. A big snowmaker for Toronto. And then let's take a quick look at the northeast for those people that want to see the northeast. Again, it's going to be seeing the higher elevation snowfall. Time to look at the GFS, time to look at the European again. We're going to be seeing a good amount of snowfall throughout the plains, but again, the most amount of snowfall will actually be over here. We'll see this rate of snowfall and length of snowfall definitely differ throughout a couple hours as it does strengthen millibar wise and really just precipitation wise. But again, we could be seeing up to 3 to 5 inches near the areas near Casper, Wyoming. If you're near Rapid City, you could be seeing 5 to 7 inches of snowfall. Here's in eastern Montana, 3 to 6 inches of snowfall. We could be seeing in the border of Nebraska and Kansas up to 8 inches of snowfall. There near northeastern Missouri out there could be seeing 4 to 6 inches. Chicago still showing up to a huge decrease in snowfall totals compared to yesterday's. Was showing up to a foot of snowfall. Yesterday's update is now only showing 2 to 5 inches. So what a huge setback. But again, we still have up to 24 hours throughout until this really starts bringing snow. So again, that's multiple updates to come. So again, what a huge setback. Listen to GFS or the European. We're both wrong on this, but again, GFS with a lot closer to possibly 5 inches near Springfield. South of Chicago could be seeing 6 to 9 inches of snowfall. Areas near Indianapolis, 3 to 6 inches of snowfall, and near far northern Indiana, 12 plus, or sorry, not 12 plus, 9 plus inches of snowfall. Snowfall totals for Detroit and Toledo definitely increased. So it looks like Detroit, or it looks like areas near eastern Michigan and out there in northern Ohio have definitely increased in snowfall with up to 6 to 8 inches of snowfall, maybe even 9 inches. And then we could be seeing up to 1.5 feet out there near the far northern elevations in the Appalachians. And time to look at the snowfall totals here throughout the GFS. Again, still showing a huge setback as well for even Wisconsin. Showed up to 16 inches for Milwaukee yesterday, now showing nothing. So this is telling you how big of an update, even though it's within 48 to 24 hours away, we're still seeing huge updates again. Still showing, again, 4 to 6 inches throughout the plains, not really anything different, but throughout the Midwest, again, possibly 3 to 4 inches maximum throughout Chicago, but it is showing up to 10 plus inches for Toledo and up to 9 plus inches near Fort Wayne. Same thing with Detroit, showing 7 to 9 inches. It's like a huge amount of snowfall throughout Montreal, throughout Ontario. Could be seeing up to 2 feet of snowfall. Could bring it up to 1 foot of snowfall for Cleveland. And then throughout the Northeast, like I said, we can be seeing up to close to 2 feet out there near the New England area. Hope you got into the video, and bye, guys.